Good morning, Sir Steve. Good morning, Sir Mark. Good morning, Miss Faye. Good morning, Isan. Good morning, beautiful people of God. How are you today? I'm sorry to be late because I just came from Spain. I have to watch game. I have to watch you guys go again. Okay? But this morning I am not here to talk about the football game. I'm here to talk about transmission. I have here with me a copy, not a copy, a handout of my topic today. So for your reference, can you pass? Thank you. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Engineer Sultan Ali A. Carim. I am your presenter today. I am now teaching. I retired from Kumachu in 1987 and I'm teaching here today because I have received a good offer there to teach in a prestigious university. You know, I've been teaching mechatronics there. So last night when I was about to sleep, Mr. Takeshi called me, so I came here just this morning. It's a very long flight, 13 hours. Okay, Planetary Gear Transmission. Komatsu uses, there are only two major types of transmission, the mechanical drive and the hydraulic drive. Basically, the mechanical drive is a transmission driven by like those mechanical linkages, gears like that. However, this hydraulic drive is driven by hydraulic oil, the pressure from the pump, especially which is also driven by, of course, the engine. But I am here to talk only about the basics or the operating principles of the planetary gear transmission. So, what I was talking about a while ago is these are the samples of the transmissions that Komatsu uses. We have here the counter shaft, which Engineer Eman talked about a few minutes back. We have here the HST, but I'm going to talk about this one, this scary transmission. Why is it scary for me? Because it is the most complicated kind of transmission, the planetary gear system. That's my own opinion. I don't know if that is the most difficult for you because I know that you are very, very smart. I have heard a very good review from Mr. Tateshi about you. And I know of one person that's very, very good in this kind of transmission, Mr. Alan. He is Mr. Steve told me that he is a specialist in planetary gear transmission. So I know that I can get a help from him sometime soon if somebody asks a very hard question. Is that okay, Mr. Alan? Okay, so the basic of the planetary gear system is embodied in this principle. I call this the planetary gear system. We have here, why is it called a planetary gear system? Because it is like a solar system. At the center you can find, what's this one? This is sun gear, because you can find it at the center of the system. We have here the planet gears. This sample is a directional clutches. We have the forward and reverse. So the difference, okay, let me introduce first the parts. We have this sun gear, the planet gears, and the big inner gear, like the inner gear, this one, because its teeth are inner towards the dedendum of the gear, we call this the ring gear. Okay, it's the ring gear. As you can see, the difference between the forward planetary gear and the reverse planetary gear, there is an idler in between. There are actually two sets of planet gear. We have an additional gear here. It's called the idler. The main purpose of this is to reverse the rotation, because you know, in order to move forward or move backward, there must be a reverse of direction. So that's it. You can see in your handouts the definition, the exact definition of the planetary gear system. But in my own opinion, what I mean to say is planetary gear transmission. But in my own opinion, basically, a planetary gear transmission is just a series of planetary gear systems. We have one planetary gear system here. One here, one here, one here, one here. So what happens is there is just a flow of torque from the input to the output. So we have a very important part of the planetary gear system. We have the clutch packs. So in order for a planetary gear system to have an output, it must be that there must be an input and a held member, or there must be two inputs to have one output. Because you can have an output if you only have an input and no held member or no other input. So that's it. Now, the operating principle. I have here one example of operation in a planetary gear transmission. This is the forward direction in the first speed. Okay? Okay, as you can see, the sun gear of the forward clutch and the ring gear is engaged. At the ring clutch is engaged. That means the ring gear of the forward direction is held. The input is the sun gear transmitted to the courier, which is also connected to this one, to the courier of this third. In this moment, let's consider this as the held member, but actually this is a reactionary member. This one, the courier of this one is connected to the ring gear of the second, which is also connected to the, what I mean to say, the ring gear of the third clutch is connected to the carrier of the second clutch, which is also connected to the shaft of the output shaft, which is also connected to the sun gears of the second and the third clutches. The operating principle of the planetary gear system is just embodied by this very it's not that hard equation, just arithmetic, but the principle is solved here. If you understand this equation very well, then I know that a planetary gear transmission is not a problem to you. So ANA, or A and A plus B and B equals A plus B times N of C. So A is the number of teeth of sun gear, it's in your handout. B, blah blah blah, etc. So this is one example, actual cut-off example of the planetary gear transmission. It is from B65A-6. So, what are the disadvantages and advantages of the planetary gear system? Advantages is you don't need a very big space for you to create a very large torque. That's one advantage. Then another advantage is disadvantage is very expensive to manufacture. Okay, that ends my presentation. Any question, guys? Oh, Mr. Eman and Mr. Mike. But I have to talk about Mr. Mike first. What's that, Mr. Mike?
According to the advantages, you say that this type of planetary gear is stronger than the other transmission.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, thank you for your question. I forgot to mention that in a planetary gear system, compared to the countershaft transmission, there are more meshing teeth. So that means the stress or the torque is distributed to more teeth. That's why it is more stronger. It's stronger compared to, because in the case of the countershaft, you need bigger gears because there are only 2.5 teeth meshing. Did I answer your question? Satisfactory, Mike? Mr. Eman, you have a question. I saw you.
So, just why is it more expensive to make the planetary transmission than other types of transmission?
Oh, you asked a very difficult question, Mr. Eman. As of now, I don't really have that enough information to share you. So can I have your number before this session ends? So I will email you or call you if I can have enough answer to answer it. Okay?
Message.
So that's all for today. Thank you guys for being here, and I hope you learned something. If you want to know something from or additional information, just give me a call. I'm just explain. Okay? Thank you.
Explain.